What's the biggest 180 you've seen a person's life take? 1. My high school gym teacher went from being a health nut and bodybuilder to a professional pastry chef. One day he just decided he was tired of bench presses and protein shakes, went to culinary school, and now he runs one of the best bakeries in town. The dude gained like 50 pounds but swears he's never been happier. 2. I knew a guy in college who was a straight A student on track to become a doctor, but he was miserable and burned out. One day, he dropped out, moved to a small town, and started a woodworking business. He's now incredibly happy making custom furniture and says it's the best decision he ever made. 3. I once knew a guy who was super shy and never went out, but then he started doing stand-up comedy, and now he's performing all over the place. It's wild how much he changed. 4. My brother spent his late teens and mid-20s being a lying, thieving, directionless bum who flunked out of college despite being extremely bright. Then one day he just decided enough was enough, a switch flipped in his brain or something, and he went back to school for electrical engineering, graduated one of the top of his class, and has a stable, well-paying career. And his relationship with the family has never been better. I couldn't be more proud of him. 5. 3 years ago I was totally paralyzed due to a neurological condition. Totally bedridden, dependent on carers. As of this month, I am almost a qualified teacher and ran my first 5K. A doctor told me years ago to accept my life for what it was. I never stopped fighting and now you'd never know anything was ever wrong with me. 6. Old friend of mine was rootless and disconnected. She started feeding the homeless and found her calling. I'm proud to have answered her first request for items for the homeless. I sent bundles of gym socks. Now, she's internet famous. Her non-profit is completely driven by donations via social media. She's won several awards. She's provided the connective tissue for many people to move forward. Biggest 180 I've ever seen. 7. My brother's friend grew up with a pretty rough home life. As a result, he spent a lot of time at my house and he more or less became an additional sibling and child in our house. My parents even offered to let him live with us after he graduated high school. Fortunately for him, he was able to get a full ride to a prestigious university and made friends with a bunch of rich guys there who let him live in their nice shared rental, and would often gift him experiences or gently used really nice things. He graduated with honors and made 6 figures out of college. He's since gotten married and made a life for himself in our hometown. I don't know how much contact he has with his family, but he's still close to mine.